In the last week of March 2020, Dmitry Shukayev of the Russian Federal Service for Military and Technical Cooperation revealed that India would purchase 400 T-90S tanks, along with a number of MiG-29 fighter jets, while Russian arms export to India have seen a decline of 47% in 2019. New orders might change the scenario in 2020. India's demand for foreign technology is transforming its relations with the arms exporting nation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi wants to indigenous defense in productions and establish joint venture with the foreign defense manufacturer through his Make in India initiative. Alongside change to India's arms trade with Russia, this is designed to attract foreign direct investment in defense productions instead of seeking license to produce arms where the importers purchase the right to manufacture all or part of a weapon system. The stress now is more on the transfer of technology. This involves evaluating the life cycle cost of a weapon system from training to software and spare parts before any purchase is made. A feasible joint venture program with a foreign nation or firm can then be worked out. Sensing change in one of the world's largest defense market, Russia is now pitching joint venture collaborative R&D program and even offering to produce state-of-the-art weapons in India itself. During the 1970s, the weapons trade between India and the Soviet Union was conducted through a barter system. The disintegration of the Soviet Union was an eye-opener for the Indian establishment. It struggled to obtain spare parts and equipment from factories suddenly located in Eastern European countries. As a result, the Indian defense establishment went scouting for alternatives and found Israel the best source of spare parts and advanced equipment. US arms export could not find markets in India from 1990s through to 2000. Indian policymakers were hesitant to rely on the US weapons with stringent end-user agreements, and the Indian Armed Forces personnel had adapted to Soviet-era weapons. In the meantime, India embarked on developing its own naval platform and other advanced weaponry through its defense research establishment. But the success rate in devising new products was stunned by US sanctions following India's 1998 nuclear test. The slowdown in Russian imports over the last decade and the lack of accompanying technology transfer are forcing the two countries to look at the other possible options for retaining their arms trade. It was proposed that the two countries undertake joint projects such as BrahMos, licensed production of aircraft such as the Sukhoi Su-30MK, and structural supports for maintenance and other service requirement. This proposal underlined for changes in the post-2010 base of the Russian-India defense relationship. First, it is more commercial and activity in nature. This is manifested in the negotiation for the procurement of the Admiral Korskov class frigate, now as Vikramaditya. Second, there are now joint venture projects such as BrahMos, where the two countries have worked together to build a state-of-the-art system with a sophisticated radar, avionics, and low flying capability. Third, under the Make in India program, Russia has been invited to manufacture weapon system in India. The possibility of manufacturing 200 of the Kamokha 226 light helicopters with the Indian manufacturer Reliance Defense was proposed in 2018, but the insolvency of the Indian company puts the project under doubt. India has commissioned low-value projects with the Indian private defense manufacturers such as L&T, Mahindra, Tata and many others. But the problem with international joint venture between private firms is that they need confirmed orders for longer periods of time. Foreign firms have although showed the relaxation of India's offset policy, which mandates foreign companies spend at least 30% of the contract value in India for any given defense purchase. Finally, Russia and India are exploring opportunity for joint defense export manufacturing in India and sold a third country. The major hindrance to this initiative is agreeing on a common and user agreement and the finalization of India's defense export policy. The publicly owned Ordnance Factory Board is the largest producer of defense manufacturing equipment in the country and is at the forefront of Indian defense export. Despite function under the Indian Ministry of Defense, it too is restrained by the government vague defense export policy that encourage export to friendly countries only. Joint venture between Indian public sector unit and private manufacturing defense are also struggling to take off because of issues related to confidentiality. The new era of arms trade between India and Russia envisages the eventual sale of the S-400 missile defense system to India despite US sanction against Russia under the Countering America's Adversaries Through Sanction Act. But the S-400 is only one aspect of India's diversification of its defense inventory and system. India needs technologically superior weapon system and to this end is setting new terms of trade with its long-time friend Russia. But Modi's Make in India initiative is aimed at the bigger goal of attracting enough technology transfer and investment to build up India's own arms productions.